You are listening to Lovely Talks Heavy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lovely Talks Heavy. I am your host, Lovely, and I discuss everything I enjoy with regard to heavy music. Welcome to the first episode of 2018, and how nice that it worked out that the first episode of this year would be 2018, episode 18. How fitting. I didn't even plan for that. I think that's just really cool. But anyways, I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. I certainly did. I got the chance to recharge, but boy, am I glad to be making episodes again. It has felt like an eternity since I've gotten to work on this show. Since this is the first episode of 2018, I wanted to talk about what I'm looking forward to for this coming year, what I hope to accomplish, and also what new releases I'm most looking forward to. I'll start off with a few of my personal goals for this year. I am not normally one for New Year's resolutions. However, I do think I am due for some major personal growth. So with that, let's get started. One of my big things for this year is to get better with my Swedish and to really focus more time in studying it. I'm already fluent in English, of course. I know some Spanish and very little Japanese. I think taking the time to learn a new language, even a little bit, is valuable. So I'm venturing into Swedish because, for one, a good handful of my favorite music comes from that general area of the world. And also, I want to understand what Fintroll's lyrics are saying beyond Solsagen and Trollhammaren. Because I know those two. Oh yeah, and Underberger's Rot. So 3. Anyways. Plus, I want to live in Sweden someday. Even if it's just, for a little bit. So, anyways. I hope at some point even, I could speak a bit of Swedish for this show. Only time will tell, in my level of diligence in studying. While I've been maintaining this show fairly well so far, I want to make sure I keep doing just that. I want to make the show grow, to have a sizable audience. And something I want to do especially for this year is to have guests on Lovely Talks Heavy. So, look out for that. I've talked about this a bit on Twitter, if you follow me on there, twitter.com/lovelymetalhead. But I did want to discuss it here a bit too. I had one episode of this show where I unfortunately lamented about my depression, not in a fun way. I mean, that's what lamentations are, they're not fun. But while it's something that can never fully go away, I'm sure, it is something I want to work better with. I don't want it to be a hindrance to my goals, and I don't want to continue to hate myself over letting my depression get the better of me. And if it does get the better of me, I want to better exercise forgiving myself more. I've invested a lot of love into people and things. It's time that I reinvest that love into myself. Now let's get into the new releases of 2018 that I'm excited for, and hopefully you are too. If not, I'm gonna tell you what to be excited for right fucking now. It's no secret that I love Powerwolf. So imagine my excitement when I saw the Instagram post that said they were finished with writing for a new record and that they would be releasing it in 2018. Maybe with the release of this new record, we'll finally see a tour of the United States. Hopefully. Please? Powerwolf, I'm literally begging you here. Come to the United States and adopt me as your new collected niece-few. That's niece and nephew, combined, because I'm gender fluid, so it's like, not either or. Powerwolf are making a new album, and so are Lordi. They've been posting updates from the studio, and most recently, Mr. Lordi posted a work-in-process photo of work on a new costume for the upcoming album. I wonder who it's going to be. I think that piece of the costume he was working on is either for his knee pads, his belt, or just some sort of portion of Ox's costume. That's what I believe. Maybe Amen's. There's a lot of different ways. There's like 5 people. There's only 5 possibilities of whose is for. I'm not making bank on that skull piece being on Hella's costume, but you never know. You never know. My biggest hope for this new Lordi album cycle is that Mr. Lordi retires the ever-growing dildos on his shoulder. Mr. L, I'm begging you here. I'm getting back problems just looking at these things get bigger on your shoulders. Please. It's time to move on. Or at least let them shrink a little, please. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just look at pictures of the band Lordi, or just Mr. Lordi, throughout the years, and really see what I mean when I say the words dildo shoulders. The best Marvel film is creeping closer to release. Black Panther! I am so excited for this movie. Black excellence for days in this film. I cannot wait for the soundtrack either. Run the Jewels and Kendrick Lamar. Oh my god. On a completely unrelated note, please do check out my makeup tutorial for a Black Panther inspired look, in which I will link in the notes of this episode. And finally, I wanted to note my excitement for the release of Telltale Games' The Wolf Among Us Season 2! I've been a fan of the Fables comics, and I love The Wolf Among Us. I was never in the crowd, by the way, of, hey, where the fuck is Season 2? Because demanding content has never been my style. Oh, later on, be sure to ask me how I feel about Metalocalypse Now. But to see that Telltale is making a Season 2 for The Wolf Among Us is so great. I'm also a fan of the Walking Dead video game and Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale version of it, of course. What else could I be talking about here? So, I cannot wait to see how Telltale will make me cry this time. That is it for this episode of Lovely Talks Heavy. If you've enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend. Every time this podcast hits a new set of ears, it means the absolute world to me. So, share with me, what are some of your New Year's resolutions? What new releases or shows or what other content are you looking forward to in this year of 2018? Please let me know and hit me up on social media on Twitter, Tumblr, Mixcloud, Instagram, and YouTube. I am Lovely Metalhead, just Lovely Metalhead. There's no space or numbers anywhere, so hit me up there, and I'm open to hearing your feedback and suggestions for this podcast as well. Let's make 2018 a good year, not only for ourselves, but for each other, guys. And until next week, next Saturday, the next episode of Lovely Talks Heavy, you stay brutal, my friends. Bye.